What is good, gamers? How are we doing on this fine Sunday arvo? What is up, everyone? What's up, Kai, Dash, Mo, Michael? How are we all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully the YouTube stream goes live. It's not popped up and said that it's over there yet, although actually maybe it is. I think it's working. I think we're over there. I think we're all good. Oh, we are all good. Wait, are we? My chat's not showing Twitch chat right now. Maybe we're live on the YouTube. It's not showing me my Twitch chat right now, though. So I'm a little... There we go. How are we doing? Not very good because I lost the first tournament games of semifinals in a tournament because of my teammates. Ooh. Yeah, it's not too good. That is not too good. Yeah, my stream chat thing is being very odd. I'm trying to... Can it show me? There we go. I think we're all good. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This is the final event of OCE for this season, by the way. What month are we in? It's the final event for OCE. It's this weekend and next weekend. And then we're done. Unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable. We're in April, by the way. We're in April and we're almost done for OCE's regional season. But a team that might not be done after this weekend is the Bulldogs. There's a few teams that are still in the running for the Paris Major, which I will be at. So this is not only exciting as a fan in terms of who do we send from OCE, it's exciting as a caster because the content is immaculate for the next weekend. But it's also exciting for me because it's like, what OCE gamers am I going to meet over there? You know? What players? What coach? Who's going to be over there? That's my question. That's what I'm excited to find out. Who's going to be in Paris with me is the main question I have. And I'm very excited for the payoff of this event at the end of next weekend. But there's a Swiss stage to get through before all of that. And this should be, if it wants to load, it's the wrong screen. I'm glad I did this. We want to bring this over to this one. No? Hold up. It's not letting me do the right thing. This one? Ah, yes, we're all good. Alrighty, let's chuck it on over to the screen here. This is the page we've got going on. As you can see, 18 points for first, 12 for second, 8 for third/fourth. There isn't many possibilities about this event aside from whoever places the best out of those three teams. Out of these three teams, which you can see my cursor, right? Yes, you can. Out of these three teams, whoever places best this event, that's it. That should be the team we're sending to Paris, unless something crazy happens. But I'm pretty sure, basically, as long as all of these teams qualify today, I think they should be securing enough points to put everyone else out of reach. I technically don't know about that, so don't quote me on that. But I think at least making the GSL... Actually, GSL won't be. It's probably next weekend. It'll be a Friday thing for making these areas here that will probably be enough just to put them over the top. I think 1 point probably keeps technically Nerve in the running. I'm not not certain. So we'll see. GSL is 1 point. I won't be. I did just explain that. No, I did just say they get 1 point for today. These ones are where we're looking. I think if you're up there, that's where we start putting Nova out of reach if some of these teams grab those points. But today, let's have a look at what we have. We do have the in-depth bracket here for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. CBB. Spire is with the sub. I appreciate that, sir. Hope you're doing well. There's a few different rosters in here that potentially could play some problems. I know I was saying that you're saying it puts team out of the running. My bad. Yeah. So we got a couple of teams to look at. Nerve, Nokar, Abyssal, who have been not great since we've seen them enter the scene, which is unfortunate. But hopefully for them, they'll make a bounce back. And it would be nice to see them finish out with a potential top 8. But today, just making the GSL is their plan. We have Nozzy up first, which I believe is Yuxi, Inspire, and someone else. I can't think of the third right now. But there's a couple of rosters in there in terms of I'd expect one of these teams... Well, one of these three teams to be who we're looking at later on today. Worthy's the third. There you go. Let me send off a quick request to join the party before I forget. That's probably a good thing to do. But yeah, these are the main teams we're looking at here. We do have Nozzy up first. Nerve, Noka, Abyssal. I'd expect to be that sort of round 3 matchup in the high bracket. That's what we expect. In terms of who else is in this bracket, I'm not familiar with a bunch of these. So let's have a quick look. We have who's Club Sandwich? That sounds like a new name. Lux, Remick, Frenchie. That's a decent roster. Be nice to see them play at some point. Well, that's a roster name, isn't it? That is a roster name, isn't it? To be fair, it is a roster name. Zaid is back, by the way, apparently, is what I'm reading there. Zaid, he's making a return. And Misty, not Big Jez Misty. The APAC Misty is playing in OCE, apparently. So we'll see what happens there. That might be a potential round 2 bracket. I don't particularly want to say their name, to be honest. I feel like that's, if I can avoid saying that today, I'd be pretty happy. That's certainly something to think of. But I think they're probably the main ones we're looking at today. We'll see who else pops up across the day. But am I in the party? I did get invited to the party. How good. We are here. I don't have audio in game. Hold up. Let me make sure I have that sorted. It's still kind of quiet. Is it this one? Yeah, that's fine. That should be fine once we get in. Have I got my video settings correct? I do not. Chat, we're kind of all over the place today. I'm going to be honest. I did get back from my football commentary, so we get rid of those two. So we're kind of rushed in terms of getting everything set up. Let me just double check my messages to see what the setup we want to do is. I'm going to have to scroll so far back. I just copy what Hazza uses, the OCE prod. I just copy what he does. Lens flares and motion blur off. I think I've done that. I think I have done that. So it's, an interesting there to make sure I remember. But I seem to forget every event. I'm going to be honest with you. I am Devish edits name a car for an edit. I don't know. I just got into bed. Is it not 5 p.m. for you? What are we doing here? Anyway, let's get back to, let me get back over here real quick. God damn it. Why? It's 5 p.m. on the dot, and we're joining right on the dot. We are joining our lobby, by the way. How good is that? That is not something I'm used to from the Bulldogs. That is beautiful, by the way. I am a big fan of us joining right on time. Lovely stuff. But it looks as though we're in with everyone. I have no idea who each person's going to be. Are the Bulldogs all different names? Wait, I think all of them... I think all of the guys have different names right now, and I'm gonna hate my life. Aside from Caleb. Right now, Caleb is my favorite player. Caleb is the only player that I'm happy with in this lobby right now. Actually, Yuxi's okay as well. He's got a normal name. So that's good. I appreciate that. But for everyone else, if we could have our proper names, that'd be brilliant. What's up, Celebrate? How you doing? Money back in the Bulldogs train, hey. I wouldn't mind seeing these boys over in Paris with me. And I also wouldn't mind seeing the gameplay on screen as we do there. How good. All right, so look, do mind me. Do we know who's who? Do we know who's who on that team? In terms of the Bulldogs, hold up. Can I work this out real quick? I think, okay. Kaka is Scarred, whatever that is. So that does mean Lil Lemon is Hunter. But in terms of the other team, who's Noah? Can we work that one out for me? I don't know. This is a bit interesting. I love when players don't use the actual name. I can tolerate the Bulldogs doing it because I can work out based on the profile pictures. But I still think we should, have our normal name, right? Noah is Inspire. Okay, so the last one is Worthy. Got you. Okay, we've sorted it all out. Can you sort the teams around? Yeah, I can. Good point. I've been so locked out of everything going on. That's a brilliant point. Why are they not using their names? Because players sometimes do that. It's interesting. As Worthy. There you go, because they hate money. Exactly, Ollie. He's got the right idea. Got you, bro. Lovely. What's up, Magnet? Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. What's up, Sean? Only in OCE? Yeah, honestly, none of the NA ones that I've done have had the wrong names, I don't think. I can't remember any of the NA players so far having the wrong names. Unless you consider Zach and Scribbles being the wrong name. Caleb ties us up. Depends on how you feel. Are you from Down Under? I am. Let's see if we can go to a 5-5 overtime in this one. As Garrett G would say I sound like. And Torsos is in an Octane again, confuses everyone at first look. I, honestly, if we see Torsos... Is anyone on the wildcard Teamstream? Does Torsos look like is he in the Dominus again? Because if Torsos is doing a full, main event in the Octane, I might go insane. I don't think I could go an entire day on mainstream without talking about it, to be honest. I think that's going to be one of my key points. That is an interesting flip reset. I haven't seen that one before. That was Worthy getting a reset on the underside of his teammate's car. He's back in the Dominus? Well, that's disappointing. It didn't look right, but it was interesting as Caleb takes one. Got to go watch Wildcard stream because that's my team. Hey, you can watch two at the same time. You know, shout out Jar. He's an interesting fellow sometimes, but shout out that guy. But, you can watch two at once. You know what I mean? It can be done. In fact, you should do it. Hunter across. Missed there from Inspire. That's a double fake, and that is ridiculous. I mean, it's a miss there, and then look at this. He makes two jump, and he sends Yuxi up the back wall. And they absolutely had no idea. They were lost in the source. There is Hunter, a.k.a. Lil Lemon. Goes for another one here. Kaka, he's got a different name. Okay, technically, hang on. So I do have Kaka nicknamed on Steam. That's the thing, right? So sometimes he may appear as Kaka in-game, which is nice. For everyone else, though, it's not so nice. I don't think you should be comparing commentators, PJ. That's a great pass from Caleb out to Kaka. Here's Hunter. Gets a reset. Pop by it. Nowhere out to the sidewall. Caleb leaves this one. Kaka misses it. Might have just been misdirection as Hunter finds a double. 3-1. It's looking pretty good for the Bulldogs, as we expect from the reigning OCE champions. Is there anything else wrong with my overlay, chat? I think we're all good. Are we happy with the audio? How are we feeling? Is everything looking good on stream? Just give me a 1 in chat if it's looking good for you. If it's sounding good as well. Give me anything else if it's not looking too good for you. Here's Caleb. Popped over the top. That's going to be a touch out wide from Worthy. Inspire sidewall. Won't get back to it. Cleared down the line. Hunter will chase this one down. Track it back. Gets a demo as well. Opens the door for Caleb. And Yuxi very quickly shuts that door again. But the Bulldogs keep on knocking. Round the corner. Here's Hunter. Over the top of one. Yuxi low boost clears. Has Inspire in his sights as he takes this one high. Wants to drop it down. Caleb did well. And Worthy, well, that's a miscue. As Hunter finds a ceiling reset. Dropped past one. Has the reset. Fakes it low. Gets a bump. Denied on the goal line. Off the post, but followed in. And it's another one off the line from Worthy. As the Bulldogs keep on pressing this advantage. And Kaka, well, that might just be the easiest still score today. As the defense seemingly all turn the wrong way. Worthy. Center ball and easily read by Caleb. It's a double commit from the Bulldogs and Caleb sends that one out to the sidewall. Now, chat, very important question as Kaka sends that one away. I've been told last week that I do not predict the Bulldogs enough on the mainstream. And I probably agree. I feel like I haven't. But at the same time, I've also been credited for the anti-jinx on the Bulldogs by predicting against them on 2 occasions in a grand final where they go on to win that grand final. Kaka will make it 5-1. So my question to chat, should I keep doing what I've been doing and just not predicting the Bulldogs? Or should I show more faith in them? Because I really don't know which way I should go. I personally don't know. As that will drop on down, and that's game 1 for the Bulldogs. Simple stuff from them, really. Easy enough, as we expect in round 1 of Swiss for the Bulldogs. I wouldn't expect any hiccups at this stage, realistically. Might as well cast a Curse It again so it works, so that it works for the Bulldogs again. That might be the plan. Because I wouldn't mind the Bulldogs in Paris, to be honest. I mean, Caleb making his first land would be pretty sick. I've done a lot of casting for Hunter and Kaka across the years as well. So I couldn't be too upset. You've already done it twice. Yeah, but like for earlier stages of the event, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Should I do the same strat again earlier in the event? Because I did predict the Bulldogs a few times earlier on, but it was in that grand final I go against them. I'd rather power or Bulldogs over wildcard. That's like a rare take, I'm going to be honest. A lot of OCE fans have been going for the wildcard because they seemingly think that's the only team that could do international damage, and I'm not too sure about that because Power, I've got to say, Power looked good. Aside from a couple of mistakes against NIP, they could have made a top 8 at Boston. That one from Kaka sent high. Now Yuxi will send it long. Caleb will track that one back. Leaves it for the back wall. And Hunter takes over. All this time didn't know Rlcs had its own drops. Yeah, we do have drops on today. If Bulldogs make final go against them, that might be the strategy. Yuxi was eyeing up that shot. Never really got to him. In front of Ned is Hunter. Just put one on target. Just testing the defense. They hold up to the assessment for now. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this next weekend goes for these teams. But realistically, I'm happy with however any of our rosters go. If any of the 3 we're talking about go, I'm happy, to be honest with you. And I think I'm excited for it. The teams, of course, if they don't come last in the group in Paris as well, we will see OCE in front of a crowd, which I will be ecstatic about. How long do you think you'll be streaming this? This will probably go for another hour and a half, 2 hours-ish, maybe. What is Hunter and Kaka name? So Hunter is Lil Lemon. This is Hunter here on the ball. And Scaron, whatever that is Kaka. I have no idea, but I'm assuming it's like some sort of basketball player or something. I don't know. These guys seem to watch a lot of basketball. Mainly Hunter. I personally know nothing about the sport. The most basketball I've ever watched is like when Australia play at the Olympics, to be honest with you. Yuxi with a save. Oh, this game's a lot closer than the previous. It's looking all right for Nozzy, but realistically, the Bulldogs should be able to turn this on at any point. Also, this week, we should be having Best Moments of OCE Open 4 and 5 come out on my YouTube. So if you're not subscribed over there, make sure to check it on out. It's the same name over there at Morning OCE. I'll be providing that content, and maybe we'll do a bit of a preview to the event this weekend. It depends on how quickly I can edit everything, because I do have football commentary on the weekend as well. So got to prep for that. Any own goals in those moments? We had a few. So the best moments will include own goals, certainly, yes, you are right. But I am going to do I'll probably do an every own goal on OCE mainstream video as well. So these quals are actual stage now. This is technically not main event. This is qualifying for the main event next week. But this is still RLCS. This is the Swiss stage, so this is top 32 knocked down to 32? No, this is top 48, right? Is it top 48? What's my maths? Kaka finds a bump. 1-0. I can't even remember. 32. So this is... Okay, yeah. This is top 32. Then we break it down to top 16 for the next. Gotcha. I couldn't remember because technically, what, eight of them are technically already qualified. Jeez, I have top 48 on my mind. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, don't tell CJ. He'll be fuming if anyone talks about the top 48 again. 24 double E. Gotcha. Yes. That's a number that makes sense to me. This is a good play from Hunter. Popped up in front. Inspire is able to find the corner. Worthy tried to work it away. Caleb in field. Great pass. The shot didn't really match the quality from Kaka. Who let you cast without knowing how it works? Hey, I normally don't talk about, like, this low, you know. I'm normally right up there. I'm on the mainstream, you know what I mean? It's always the top 8. Like, I don't look at anyone below the top 8, really, you know what I mean? I certainly do. There's 2 casters in OCE that do care about lower levels, I'm going to be honest. At least 2 mainstream casters that care a little bit about the bubble. Myself is one of them. I mean, do you remember CJ going, I don't remember who Keckles is, after he was one of the top shooters in Split 1. And Yummy, he wants to throw hands with just about every player around. I mean, he was going to have a boxing match with Matthew, as that one's 2-0. Uh-oh. So the other is Formal then. I mean, yes, Formal and I are pretty often the guys to go to. That being said, Max didn't know Exfusions. And I wasn't expecting that from Max. I thought he'd you know, have some knowledge on that, but the one desk that he was playing in terms of Exfusions being on, they didn't have the one caster on the desk that actually knows him. So that's an interesting point. But this game wasn't as straightforward as we saw previously from the Bulldogs, but they still get the job done. As per. To be fair to him, neither. Hey. All I'm saying is, does that mean I'm the most knowledgeable caster in OCE? Because I know that player. I know Exfusions. The only 2 that you have casted OSC with Scrimline, coincidence. Huh? Small sample size. I'm very confused. What's that point about OSC? Because I've casted Exfusion previously for Scuffcord, not just OSC. Which would have just been me solo casting most likely. There was a great clip of me absolutely what's it called? Voice cracking on an X-Fusion goal, which was absolutely peak. I think it ended up on an edit Tim. Oh, they've got one here early on from Worthy. You and Formal, I mean? Ah, yes, that makes more sense. I got you. That does make a bit of sense. You are speaking some legitness there. How good. We've just seen Karkar change his name mid-game. That's thanks to the nickname setting that I have. I've got to say, I don't mind... Well, that's a good double tap from Karkar. I was going to say, I don't mind this preset from Yuxi. I'm going to be honest. I do mind the play from Yuxi, but that preset's pretty cool. I don't mind it. Anyone know what that decal is? Because that's clean. I like it. Worthy taking on an early shot. Tried to find a shot in time as the demo came through, but off the back wall, Hunter made the stop. Now Yuxi gets demoed. Looks like the skyline. That's what I'm thinking. It does give me those vibes. Well, that was sort of touch and go stuff for a minute there from Yuxi. Caleb reset, leaves it. Hunter taking on the shot, followed up, and Caleb just couldn't quite find the net. Back wall play. Caleb drops it off. Hunter, back wall. Was where Yuxi had set himself up, and Karkar just flies past that one. Yuxi had to hit the brakes momentarily, went past it beforehand. Now on the break the other way. Caleb, Karkar. Centered ball. Yuxi to the corner. Wants to get back to it. Flick up high for Worthy. I don't think he got the reset. Goes for the second one there, though. Almost made something of that play. Karkar sidewall skim, not found. And this is awkward. Caleb in net. What has Caleb done? The door is so open here for someone to score, and Caleb just forgot how to half flip momentarily. That's the reigning champions of OCE, by the way. And that is a moment of all time. That's very awkward in front. Bulldogs. Each game so far been put further and further to the sword. Caleb tries to regather the height. The pinch coming across from Hunter. Not being scored on that occasion. Reverse sweep could be on. I think you've gone a little early there, I'm going to be honest. Here's Caleb. Yuxi. Now Hunter, infield. Caleb found. Karkar in support. Wants to take this one upstairs. Instead, it's going to be Inspire to the sidewall. Didn't get the reset. Yuxi did. And have I got reset indicators off? I haven't been seeing these unless I'm absolutely blind as a bat. Let's see. Okay, that's not a good example because he actually didn't get a reset there. Can someone get a reset while on camera for me, please? That'll let me know. Caleb, that is, well, confidence personified to just slow it down in front of his net. Couple of demos as well. Caleb on net. Yuxi, for a moment, had me concerned. Inspire. Does get a reset, and I do see the indicator there. I'm not that blind. But the defense might be, because it's 3-1. Bulldogs struggling defensively here. I think there was just a couple of moments where I couldn't see the reset indicator, and that was causing some problems. Corner play from Worthy, who's had a good game. Had a good series as well. I mean, he scored a nice double early into the series. Hunter. He's given too much space here, Hunter. And he's almost made a very nice goal happen. I really enjoy... I've enjoyed this season a couple of different things from the Bulldogs. One of them is the backwall plays into the layoffs. We've seen that a lot from not just anyone in particular. It's just all of the roster that enjoy that backwall play and a follow-up. The most iconic would be the Hunter pinch across and Caleb double from the sidewall, from the corner. And the other thing has been Hunter's ability on these flip resets. He has been in some good form himself through some of these events, but when he's really in form, it's an odd thing to point out, but I think he might have some of the strongest resets in OCE. So far this season, at least, as Worthy went up there. Inspire turns away in the corner, pops it past one. It's going to be Caleb with very little to do in the tank. Kaka finds a reset. Won't get back to it himself. Caleb. Get out by Inspire. Caleb up high again. Yuxi sidewall. Inspire takes it off his hands. Reset once, twice. Shot over the top, denied by Caleb. Now Kaka wants to find a teammate there. Ran into an awkward corridor. On one side he had his teammate, but he couldn't really find the pass out, and the other was the opposition. Caleb setting up a psycho. Well, he had to stretch a long way to get back to it, so Kaka says, I'll take that one. Now it's Caleb to the sidewall. And 10 seconds remaining. I think we're going to see a game lost by the reigning champions. The Bulldogs just never really got off and running. Well, there is an opportunity here. 2 seconds. They just need the ball to pop up off this kickoff, and what can they do? A fake kickoff. Caleb will try to set Kaka up on the sidewall, which he does. He gets the pass by. 2 defenders up. That's awkward. Caleb will keep it alive in the corner. Now Inspire clears, but it's going to be Kaka, and he has boost. Takes it high past one. Reset. Leaves it. Caleb on target denied, and Hunter, well, he pushed up too far. And game 3 goes the way of Nozzy. Winnable, less winnable. You are right. It is a lot less winnable at this point in time. That is very smart from you, Ollie. I oftentimes don't give you enough credit in terms of how smart you are. But that is intelligence right there from you. That is knowledge right there. Well, it's certainly not a situation the Bulldogs would have wanted to be in. I think potentially they just never really got their foot on the gas in Game 3. Ideally, we can pick up here and just make sure we get this done. Although, you know, the longer the series goes on, the less I have to watch of other series before we continue on. So I don't mind a series going on slightly longer. But I do enjoy seeing what else is going on around the grounds. Yuxi reset Musty. Didn't quite get the purchase on that. I won't delete your page today. Good to know. You sound like a Rocket League announcer. Chat, does he know? It's a good comment because I am a Rocket League caster. It's in fact what I'm doing right now. Hunt up. Yuxi did well. Only finds the back wall. That's awkward. Missed by Kaka. Time in the air for Inspire, and he's not going to miss that. Drop down 1-0. Nozzy with the advantage. Certainly not the start to Game 4 that the Bulldogs would have been after. We did see them really come alive when they realized, hang on, let's close this game out and try to get a win here in the previous. They couldn't do so. But I'd like to see that the entire game, I think. Caleb drops that down. It's awkward. Damo somehow in front of net. And all of the Bulldogs just dancing around in front of their own goal line. Inspire reset. Back to it. Teammate dove in the center. Caleb low boost was in a race with Worthy, who had a full tank. Made it a closer challenge than it probably should have been. Kaka, 50 in the corner. Up high here. Inspire with a reset. Back to it again. Hunts up. Beat to the corner from Yuxi. Now Caleb down the line. Worthy cuts. Just couldn't quite get the pop over the top of Kaka. Inspire well now. Yuxi lining up a shot, and it's too direct. Caleb had it covered. Infield. Inspire 2. And Nozzy, well, put the Bulldogs in an awkward position with 3 minutes remaining. Game 5 right now is on the cards. We saw the Bulldogs spark to life in the last few moments previously. Can they find that spark a touch earlier in this game? Hunter infield, challenged by Worthy. Now Yuxi to the sidewall, tried to get the sidewall skim, couldn't quite find it. Hunter, well, that is an interesting choice from Kaka, and that's an interesting miss from Yuxi. Half the game gone. We've got a 2-1 scoreline. The Bulldogs close the gap ever so slightly. And this is that play I've been talking about. The back wall plays into the layovers as Hunter finds Kaka. He wants a reset, finds it. Nice play. The placement wasn't good enough, though. Caleb to the back wall. And Inspire cuts that one out. Caleb just keeps the pressure inbound. Bulldogs starting to circle an opportunity here. It breaks the other way. Worthy with a reset. Over the top. Drops down towards Yuxi over the top. Took a deflection on the way through, and Caleb... That was an odd first touch for him. Wonder if he wanted to go for the pinch and then realized the situation, went for something different. Caleb low boost. Sent clear from Yuxi. Finds a second touch. It's pretty well without any danger across the net. Brilliant control from Hunter. But again, they're just not able to quite break past that halfway line, the Bulldogs. Nozzy holding a good line of defense right now. Kaka goes below, wants to find a bump, double commit on defense. And they're probably thankful they did in the end, because that bump could have caused all sorts of havoc. Caleb. Kaka. Now Hunter. That's a 1-2-3 play. And it doesn't come off here for the Bulldogs, and they'll reload in their own half as Kaka spawns just in time. Inspire cuts it out. Now Caleb to the sidewall. Kaka infield. Hunter open net because of the double, and he's hit the crossbar. Well, that was a fantastic play, and they haven't capitalized on it. The Bulldogs, though, in the ascendancy right now. Not according to the scoreboard, but according to the eye test, as Kaka double left it. Caleb all the way back. Forward here. Kaka to the corner. Yuxi. Lines one up, drops it down. Inspire, it's 3-1. And Nozzy might have just confirmed it game 5. Unless the Bulldogs can find something. We saw them almost equalize after being 2 down late in the previous. Caleb lays it back. Kaka will turn. Back wall play, center ball. Caleb lines it up, and well, this time I don't think we're going to see a late attempt to equalize, because they're just simply not going to get the shot away quick enough here. The Bulldogs go to a Game 5 in round 1 of Swiss. This couldn't be happening, could it? This isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? Bulldogs out 0-3 in Swiss GG. I don't think that's the case. All right, chat, I want a quick prediction from you. Who wins this game? 1 for the Bulldogs, 2 for Nozzy. 1 for the Bulldogs, 2 for Nozzy. Get them in chat. I want to see what your thoughts are. Who wins Game 5? Who wins Game 5? Currently, Nozzy seem to be the favourites. Villa's gone 4. Mostly I'm seeing is that Nozzy are going to win. And that is the way to start us off in Game 5. As Yuxi scores the opener. This could not be happening, could it? Bulldogs, wake up, please. I've already done a game of football today. Let me get out of the RLCS quick, please. Kaka around the corner. Cleared by Worthy. Bit of a Zuch there from Hunter as he finds the center ball, and oh, that's not the play he should have gone for. That's a play across from Yuxi. Not really threatening though. Caleb to the ceilings, taking a 50. Kaka sidewall, back to it with some speed. Great layoff. Hunter will keep the pressure in. 2 there from the Bulldogs. Center ball. Caleb cuts it out. He left that one behind. Kaka reset. Challenged well by Worthy. Now Hunter. Pops by 1. 50'd on another, but that's a good 50 here for Nozzy. Inspire. Bit awkward here. Kaka lines up a double Yuxi. Across swiftly for the save. And they've set up a decent line of defense, have they? So far, in the previous few games, it's been difficult for the Bulldogs to score. And I'm not liking this. Chaos at the moment in the midfield from the Bulldogs is Kaka. That touch let him down. Inspire, that's a double whiff. And it buys Caleb some time to work in the midfield. To the ceiling. Quick reset. Top corner. Shot denied. Followed up by Kaka. Out to the corner. Hunter. Will hit that into Caleb. And Caleb got a piece all the way back to Kaka. Now he lines up a chance himself. Wants a reset. Doesn't make it happen. And it's down the line. Yuxi chase. Won't get there. Hunter by 1. 50'd on Inspire. Center ball as Yuxi plays that one in the midfield. Caleb takes over. There's a bump attempted from Kaka. Didn't find it. Caleb though! And it's in off the defender. We're tied up! And everyone skips the replay, but we saw how that goal found a way in. 1-1. The Bulldogs find a way to break past that defense. Yuxi with another save. He's got a few in this game. Kaka, tight angle, tried to delay the shot as long as he could. It hasn't been a great game from Worthy, and he gave that one away, and Kaka has turned the tides here for the Bulldogs. 2-1 in Game 5. Half the game gone. And we haven't seen the Bulldogs with a lead for quite some time. But when it matters the most, well, they found a way. Caleb, that's awkward. Inspire's going to be in a precarious position. Will play out to the sidewall. Yuxi. That's by 1. Caleb finds some space to work in. Looks for the dunk. Drops in front. Inspire awkward again. We'll find Yuxi. He's going for a full length sort of play. Reset. Second reset to the corner, but the space is quickly guarded from the Bulldogs as that 50 goes towards Hunter. They'll just put the pressure on. Won't force anything. Does make them clear the lines, though. That's awkward back play. Hunter did well to avoid, and Find the corner. Now Kaka. Reset over one. Cleared by Worthy. Caleb up quickly to the side again. That's a nice turn from Kaka. He wants a sidewall play. Pinch towards the net. Yuxi. Well, he missed that one, and you can see the nerves creeping in here for Nozzy. Inspire. Can there be a moment of nice cold play? It's not going to be there. But they still have a minute to find something unless the Bulldogs strike here, which they do. Each of the Bulldogs on the score sheet in Game 5. And there is not much time to make an impact here for Nozzy in what could have been a reverse sweep. And that's going to be 4-1, and that cements the result. We've gone the scenic route, but in the end, we get the result we expect. A 4-1 game. 50 seconds remaining. The scoreline will not have enough of an impact, enough of a change to see anyone but the reigning champions crowned in round one of the Swiss. Well, that is very awkward. 35 seconds remaining, 2-4. Well, I could not have just jinxed it, right? Surely I haven't. Surely I haven't jinxed it, have I? We've seen a couple of those awkward ones, putting it in your own net there. And that time, Caleb did so. 35 seconds. They'll throw everything they can here at the Bulldogs. But that is nice from Caleb. In front of net, Kaka takes a 50. Kaka doink towards the net. Worthy to the side now. Yuxi taking over. Yuxi reset. Infield from Inspire, but they need to find something with any time remaining. And that is going to be that. Hunter going the other way. And Scores going the other way. Has a hat trick in Game 5. And that will bring us to a close in this series. It wasn't as pretty as it should have been. It certainly wasn't as pretty as it should have been. So, you know, fair play. That's a decent series. I didn't mind it from Nozzy, but at the same time, the Bulldogs, I mean, that was not the play we expected from them. There's certainly extra levels that they can take their gameplay heading into round 2. Let's bring up the start page and the Liquipedia to see if there's any updates anywhere around the grounds. I'm sure we're probably one of the last to finish our game here. Abyssal with a 3-0 win. Nerve with a 3-1 win. Nokar look like they're going to close out their series as well. Take Flight got reverse swept. By You Not a Champ, You a Clown. Oh my goodness. Take Flight have just been such an interesting sort of team this season, haven't they? They are an interesting team. Do we have any broadcasts going? Is any Teamstream still active in game right now? Fizz 6 is still going. TJ, thanks for the follow. Could have been a worse team to lose to. You are right. It could have been worse. Thoughts on me becoming VIP, chat? I think you should, what's it called? Do the redeem. Personally, that's my thoughts on the situation. Who's doing what? Do we have a Take Flight stream? I mean, they're already done. Is anyone still going? Fair play, Sakara. Fair play. Oh, I didn't even have to. Someone else did it for me. I didn't even have to do it. All right, chat. I think Are we good? I'm not seeing any team streams going. I'm going to be honest. Lead mod has those powers. I do know that. I just didn't know you were like active right now to do it. Do we have who's going? Bogans, they're a team that have got something. Heartless have a team stream apparently. But I'm not seeing anything really at the moment that's active. I think everyone's in a break right now. Is the Discord going to update me? How's the Yoast Discord looking? Have we got our bracket update yet? No, we don't. Is there anyone still playing a game? Can I chuck anyone's stream on? Is there any going? What's up, Luna? How are you, sir? Have we took that long all the series is done? But like they're not all done on start. I low-key gotta go blow my nose and I don't have anything to do that with right now. So I'm gonna have to quickly go to a break, I'm gonna be honest. So we'll go to a quick break. Don't go too far. We'll run ads as well, just so we don't get any in the next series. First regional is split with no sub playing. Hey, fair enough. I'll quickly be right back, chat. We'll run. I should be fine to get away with 3 minutes of ads, right? I should be fine. We won't have a series by then. We're gonna do that so we don't get ads during the series. I'll be right back. Yeah, enjoy the ads. Stick around, support me. Give me some money by watching the ads. I'll be right back. All right, low-key, we're back, but like not everyone's back because we're still in ads, so what does one do with all that cash? Go to Paris. Exactly, that is the point. For the subs still here, the people that can see, you're the reason I'm going to Paris. For the people that are here and not subbed, but also with an ad blocker on, you're the reason I'm barely able to afford it. I'm joking. Is George's game streamed? I don't know. I'm the Bulldogs team streamer, man. I don't know. But yeah, for those who stuck around for the ads, if you're not seeing the ads right now and you're not subbed, consider subscribing. It's supporting me. I am making the trip to Paris for the major. Any little bit of support certainly helps in terms of actually getting over there and having a good time over there. I'm sure I'll have a good time, but it helps a little bit extra. That's brilliant. You're going to? George, you're actually going to Paris, or is that cap? Posture check? I'm fine. It's all right. I'm fine. Also, we're 10 followers away from 2,300, which is cheeky! Hello! Citrix with 10 gifted. You are a beautiful person. You are beautiful. Thank you. Enjoy your subs, everyone. There's a few people in there that I don't recognize, so, there might be some in there amongst it. We did it, made him go to Paris. Hey, you actually did. Without that stream that I went off, I want to be going there. Sorry, I don't have the pop-ups on this, but I do appreciate it. It's 10 gifted from Citrix, so thank you very much. Now we all going to Paris? I don't have the funds to pay for everyone, I'm sorry. There's an extra $50 for beer or something. Unfortunately, I don't drink that. So, it's $50 for something more reasonable. Honestly, maybe just RLCS merch. Wildcard versus not a champ is a normal round 2 match. Yeah, that's normal. Rampage, thanks for the follow. Citrix, just give the one for Gibson. You've just played 3 minutes of ads. For a lanyard? Nah, look, we'll probably see about... I want to see as much RLCS merch as I possibly can get. I want to have... I mean, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be on mainstream next year. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. We might not have a mainstream next year. You know, we never really know the situation. But if I am on mainstream next year, it would be nice to have an RLCS shirt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? How's it going? It is going very good. I am very confused why we're taking so long to get into our game, though. I'm going to be honest. Bold to assume there's a next season, hey. You know. That's why I'm going to Paris, right? Because who knows if we're going again. I mean, gotta make use of my OCE mainstream caster status while I can. You know what I mean? I've got to make use of that while I can. First and only season. Who knows? It might be. But Citrix, thanks for the 11 gifted. That's crazy. And for some reason, a hype train's just started now. Why wouldn't we? You know, just jokes. That's the main reason. That's the main reason. Honestly, with you, that's the main thing. Appreciate you all hanging out with me as well. I see the viewership kind of going crazy today. I know, of course, we went the longest of the series in the last one. So, obviously, we're there, but we were just shy of 100 natural viewers, which is ridiculous. I don't know if I've seen that from an OCE team stream in a while. What are you going to do is buy every team's jersey, so if they ask you to do a team stream, you can be like, yeah, bro, I even got your merch already. Bold of you to assume I'd buy a team's jersey without them just sending it to me. I mean, you know, if I'm doing a team stream for a team, I'm probably going to be like, hey, can I get a jersey? To be honest with you. Sending him to Paris? Hey, look, it can be a little expensive. I would know it's a bit expensive to fly an Australian to Paris. That's why CJ didn't go to Boston. Because it's apparently Paris. I don't know. That's a weird connection from me. So where's the Bulldogs jersey? Unfortunately, the Bulldogs are not an organization and therefore haven't sent me a jersey. Pocket change for someone like me. Well, go on then. Gift 100 then, why don't you? No, you should go to Paris, low-key. I'll see you in Paris. If it's pocket change for you, I should see you there. Sean is moving like Prime CJ? Wait, what did... Yeah. Wait, why is Sean moving like Prime CJ? I'm confused. Where's this come from? Yen, thanks for the... Yen? Thanks for the follow. No time off work, kind of important, you know. I'm taking time off work. I was going to say, what did I do? Nah, that's a good point. Wait, wrong one. I meant Sakara. Low-key. Sakara is moving a bit like CJ, calling chat poor. I would go to Paris if I wasn't too... I had to get my passport sorted. I did have to sort out my passport. That was... Look, I will say my passport was funded by Stream. So I appreciate Stream doing that. It's because we both live in Tassie, I guess. Hey, to be fair, that is Prime CJ, living in Tassie. That's Prime... Honestly, there's a lot of people just that seem to be in Tasmania. I haven't met as many people from Tasmania doing anything as Rocket League. Condolences. W Stream? Yeah, I don't know. We're just chilling. There's nothing going on right now. Do we have a bracket yet? Hello. We don't. Pool 1 have their bracket. We don't have ours. They exist. I wouldn't know. Would go to Paris if I wasn't a brokey. Hey, look. I'm a bit of a brokey, but I'm making it work. I feel like if there's an event to go to, it's Paris, right? That's my mind. If there's an event to go to, you're going to Paris. Does anyone know if Club Sandwich is still going? How is this? No, it's not. So it's just our bracket that needs to be done before we get our pool. Okay. So yeah, we'll be joining soon, I'm sure. Right? I just farted. Okay, good for you. Blame whoever hasn't reported in your pool. Yeah, it might have been us, Loki. I don't know. Should be available soon. It is. It is. We have Last Dance. Who is... Last Dance is... Levin? Viz and Hypersonic. I feel like that's a win for us, I'm going to be honest. I mean, even after that last performance. Also, let me see if I can find a dancing emoji to very quickly put in. Into this overlay. Please have a transparent version. Sounds like a reverse sweep to me. Don't even say that. Okay, these emojis are not working the way that I was hoping they would. Oh, hang on. This might be the one. This might work. We're trying to be really fancy on the stream, by the way, chat. That's what's going on here. Let me put this to the side. Oh, that works. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Okay. Yeah, no, we're good. Let me go full caps on Last Dance. We do have an emoji set. We're all good. We are ready to go into the action for this next one. And nearly won game 1. Against who? Oh, the Last Dance team. I feel like every team other than Power at wildcard should be a win usually. You might be onto something, but did you see that last series? Did you see that last series? That's my question to you. Did you see that last one? Because it should have been easy. And we somehow made it not look easy. Thanks for the follow, Spicy. Gotta lock in. This is the open. They need to win. I mean, yeah, but it's Swiss stage. I don't think they need to be overly invested right now. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, they want to win. That's a key point. But winning right now is not the main thing. Can you go play? I am waiting for the game to start, so I cannot know. Jules, thanks for the follow. Let's not lose Swiss stage at least. I mean, we're not going to. I've got a message. Monty, did we get DQ? Chat, I'm being asked by Hunter. I'm being asked by Hunter, did we get a DQ win? Hang on, where are they? Last Dance played last, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're fine, J-Mac, thanks for the follow. I think we're fine. Okay, good. I've just been yelled at. Monty, did we get DQ? Question mark, question mark. It's not my fault. Why do they always seem to blame me for things when they go wrong? It's always my fault with these guys. Can I just point out that Open 1 situation, the Open 1 fiasco, seems like so long ago, right? Shout out to those of you that remember the Open 1 fiasco. Wait, I'll be messaging him. Monty, we are in a fierce debate. We need your opinion. Okay? Okay. We are in a fierce debate. We need your opinion. Chat, I'll ask your opinion as well. This is we almost got DQ'd. That's why we almost DQ. Wait. So they've almost... Okay, you got to answer though. You got to tell me the question. What's the... Can they DQ in this? Oh, I'm sure they can, Ollie, right? They can DQ at this point. In-game 5, it wasn't that great. Okay, so you are forced between two options. Chat, you're listening to this question. I don't know if I want to read this on stream. What? I don't know if I... We'll get back to that question. I don't know if I want to even talk about that. You can see it on stream, though. I mean, if a team doesn't check in, gotcha. I didn't know if it was like one of those GSL sitch where they don't have to check in. I don't know if I want to answer that question. I don't know. I'm very confused by this question. So answer the question. But I don't want to. Chat, you answer the question. I'll tell them the overall answer, but I'm not reading that message on chat. I'm not reading it out. Also, my rank bot's not working, which is odd. Viz center ball, Caleb to the sidewall. Shot on target, Demo as well, just opens it up a touch. Couldn't see the whole question. I don't know. I don't want to read the question on chat. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to talk about it. Caleb with the musty. Off the reset. Still on the ball here, Caleb. Barla's blocking the question. Okay, I'm probably happy about that. Hunter reset low. Viz went past it. Lev with a shot low denied. Off the post by Hunter. Open party chat next goal. Maybe. Hunter reset. Back to it. Played across by Viz. Was it Hypersonic? Is that who that is? Kaka. Reset. Past one. Tries to take a dunk on second. Couldn't. We'll have to get a poll going. I don't know if I want a poll in my chat that talks about this. Yes? Okay, it is Hypersonic. Gotcha. Kaka. Aims the center ball to Hunter. It's very awkward. He gets a bump, Hunter. Caleb to the back wall. Now Kaka. Lev. Hypersonic. Straightforward enough. Save there. As Hunter takes a reset. Past one. Hypersonic. Are we... is that a rule one? We are in a rule one. And that's a shot missed. And we are in the rule one POV commentary booth now. As Lev looks to take this one down line. Kaka is up for the stop. Hypersonic putting the pressure on around the corner. And Hunter looks to break away. Quick flip into the second. Takes the 50. Caleb holding position here. Hypersonic on the counter. Challenged out to the width here from Hunter. Kaka with some boost to play with. Eventually makes the commit. And Hunter has some time, has some space, has some boost to work with, and has a reset as well. Denied by Lev. Kaka. Hypersonic. Couldn't really break the line. Lev looks to take it to the ceiling, drop down on the ball again, but it feels as though the ball's been played a lot in that half, isn't it? Until, well, that's a break the other way. Lev had to stretch for it. It feels as though the Bulldogs haven't had much of a chance here. Kaka, could he find a pass? My question is, can he find a pass over to Caleb? It might be in the net. It's not. This would be, I'm going to be honest, I'd love to see Caleb score a goal here. Oh, they've given up on the rule one. Nope, they're back in the rule one here. They've stopped moving. They've agreed to stop moving by the look of it. This is an interesting situation. I mean, RLCS 2v2 anyone? Who's up for some RLCS 2s? Okay, I thought that could have been. Don't want to block the net, but I feel like it would be funny if they did. You know what I mean? I guess in this position, they're less likely to get bumped out of the rule one. Also, it's been 4 minutes. We haven't seen a goal. We've been in this rule one for what feels like 2 minutes now. I would expect the Bulldogs to have some 2v2 capabilities. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, Hunter runs 2s down all the time with CJ. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know what Kaka is like in the 2v2 arena. I don't know how often he's playing. He's always seemingly queuing up 6-man, so maybe he prefers the 6-man's arena. Kaka, that's awkward. Hypersonic to the back wall. Are you avoiding the question with this rule one? I mean, it's not my fault. I was going to show the rule, the question to chat. Hunter with the save when a goal goes in, and I haven't been able to. Hunter on the break now. Well, he's absolutely stuffed up that play, hasn't he? He'll end up sending it all the way back to Kaka, and he'll look to Find something late on here. 10 seconds remaining. Kaka with the reset denied on the line, and Hunter will take this out to the sidewall. We're not going to an OT here, surely. Lev clears the line. Kaka keeps it up on the sidewall. It's going to be Hunter and drop down overtime. And, well, the rule unbroken. But it wasn't via a goal. It wasn't via a teammate. It was by simply going to overtime. Can Hypersonic find a winning goal here? He couldn't. Kaka, well, he's going to. The Bulldogs very quickly make it a 1-0 game in overtime. And as soon as Caleb's back in the play, I guess that narrows it down. Caleb must be the Bulldogs' best player. I'm not reading it out, chat. But what's your thoughts on this? So I'm personally not going to answer that, but like, what's chat think? You know what I mean? Like, I'll give chat's general response to that one. I'm not going to tell, that's what I mean. I'll just go with what they say. Hunter has said, good, let us know what the experts say, by the way. So you guys are the experts in this scenario. I'm reading, the only person who's answered the question is Michael, who said double it, give it to the next person. That is as loud of a bonk on the crossbar as I've heard all season, by the way. To be fair, it's probably not. The Bulldogs have got a knack of hitting the woodwork. Now to the side wall. Well, Viz sends that towards his own net. Kaka gets underneath it. So I don't think it matters to chat. Okay. I'll let him know what you've said. What was the cue, chat? Look, if chat wants to say the question, that's fine. I'm just not personally going to read it. You know, I don't want to do anything to jeopardize my Paris trip, is all I'm going to say. I'll just chat. By the end of this game, I want you to come to a conclusion. You know, talk about it amongst yourself. Figure it out and get back to me, and I'll let them know what the experts say, okay? Just come back to me, maybe with like 30 seconds remaining in this game. Get back to me. Just let me know what your thought is. Give me a 1 at the end of game if you think it's the times 0.5, and give me a 2 if you think it's the 6. Run a poll? I don't know if I should. Look, it's going to make not much sense. Maybe if a mod wants to put up a poll for 2 minutes, do it. But just don't, question. Just have like the title as question, and then 0.5 and 6 as Caleb finds the first one. Put that in chat if you can, mod. Someone get that going for me. Yep, thank you. Thanks. That's perfect. That's perfect. Chat, get your answers in. For those that are aware of the situation, get your answers in. Caleb has made it 2-0, by the way. I've not paid attention whatsoever to this one. I've been a little preoccupied with the question the players have asked of me. But at least we've seen a couple of goals go in here for the Bulldogs. Previously, that 1-0 game in overtime, it would have been nice to see a couple of goals fly in. Finn is no longer the Bulldogs sub. That probably isn't overly surprising. He probably only helped out for the event that Caleb was going to be unavailable. What was your answer, by the way? I have referred to chat. I'm referring to the experts here. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Hunter. Infield towards Caleb. I personally don't want to jeopardize my Paris trip. You know what I mean? That's the main thing for me, personally. The 6 times is the current winner in chat. Does Bulldogs have a coach? They do not. But if they make Paris, I'm going to put my hand up and let them know. If they need a water boy, I'm available. You know what I mean? Like, I'll already be there. So, if they need a hand, just let me know. For those of you in chat that are aware of the question, get your answers in on the poll. Hypersonic. 50 by Hunter. Caleb gets a demo, doesn't have the boost, so Kaka calls him off, and then Caleb goes, actually, no, I'm going to go, and I'm going to destroy our chances of scoring a goal, and I'm going to give them an opportunity. Monty standing behind the team at Paris would be amazing. Hey, I wouldn't be... It would be funny. DX7 coach? Oh, did it? Maybe it's not me then, I don't know. You better do some timeouts. If I was to jump on board to coach these boys, I'm pretty sure the only thing they'd say is only call timeouts if it's funny. Chat has spoken. I'll let them know what the experts have said. They should make Monty the sub. I don't think technically they can. I think there's technically a conflict of interest. I don't think I could even coach them, to be honest. Like, I don't think that would be allowed. I'd have to ask the question, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be allowed. Then me? I don't know, man. Caleb? Well, that's a very free goal, isn't it? It's pretty straightforward. Can't really add a sub? No, you are right. You are right. So the vote was 73% in favor of 6 times. So I'll let them know that at the end of game. See what they come up with in chat. RL Esports tweet spelled Bulldogs wrong. Did it? Uh-oh. Here's with the shot to the back wall. Looks to cut back in. By the way, that question is the reason apparently we almost DQ'd. Do I get yeeted for links? I think you should be fine if you send it. I think. Sonic. I get that one there. Reset low, drop to the ground. And that will do for game 2. And I'll inform the boys of chat's decision. So the experts... Oh, why does it always kick me out? Experts have decided 73% in favor of 6 times. DQing for a question? I mean, it could have happened. It did look possible. I'm not just I'm not saying anything. Based on Caleb's Discord username, we know his answer. It's an interesting stream we have going on here, isn't it? And that's an interesting start as Lev makes it 1-0 very quickly. Last dance. Take the lead. Caleb. Reset. Fakes low, takes the challenge out wide. Kaka leaves the ball. What did Kaka say? Can I... That's what Kaka said. Look, after the series, I'll ask him to do his, you know, do his working out here. I'll ask their thoughts. Hunter, reset. But it seems as though we're seeing why this team may not be performing to the highest level today. It seems they might be preoccupied with some interesting debates going on. So what was the original question? I'm not going to talk about it here. Kaka to the back wall. Sonic, sidewall play. Got the skim forward. It's going to be Caleb and... Well, that was almost kind of crazy. They have stakes on their mind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we're talking about. Viz forward towards Hypersonic. Shot found the back wall, nothing else. Hunter around the corner now. Takes the play low towards Caleb. Pinch. Center ball followed up. Missed from Hunter. And Kaka pinches it forward. Now the real question is what decal Hunter is wearing. I actually have no idea. Caleb almost locating the pinch despite the fact Hunter got bumps. Now another pinch attempt. Hello! The Bulldogs have hit that with some real venom. Caleb gets the goal. And that is the play of the day. Well, that's a 1-1 game. We've seen the Bulldogs go for these pinch plays. Haven't really come off on occasion. That one now maybe showing that they're starting to click on offense. Viz out to the sidewall. Hit high again. The Bulldogs putting some pressure on at the moment. Hasn't really led to too much. There's a chance to break the other way from last dance. Lev in the corner. Now, chat, my personal thing is, I think, you know, not one size fits all. That's my personal thought here, but they did force me to make a choice. So, I personally didn't force... they didn't force me to make a choice, but they forced me to give an answer, and I've given the answer that chat's given. But I think that's my personal thoughts there. Lev forward, Hypersonic was up. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just a ball through 2-1. And Last Dance have a lead. Not heaps of time remaining. Still plenty for the Bulldogs, of course, but there's a possibility of something here happening in Game 3. We've already seen the Bulldogs lose a Game 3 previously, and it looks as though they might lose another 3-1 Bulldogs. Seemingly with something else on their minds at the moment. I don't know what that something else could be, but well, it's been an interesting start. That's a great setup, and I mean, that could have been right up there with goal of the tournament. Potential sort of stuff off the ceiling for Viz. Hunter got behind the play, though. Kaka from his own corner, finds a reset, finds the play over the top of one, wants to find the bump on Hypersonic, couldn't do so. Caleb from wide, infield towards Kaka, just not connecting. Again, the Bulldogs on a couple of occasions now, and Lev, that is a bit of composure just to play it out wide instead of rushing the chance, and that's an own goal. OCE provide what OCE provides. And Hunter, who had one of the best own goals of Open 5, has got one on the board here early in Open 6. That is a pre-jump and a half from Kaka. Somehow it works out in the Bulldogs' favor. They just can't quite pull the shot there. Hypersonic. Caleb off the back ball, reset. Well, it's already a pre-jump, and Kaka finds a way to the ceiling. Drop down. They are freestyling, and they're 4-1 down. That is a nice reset. Hunter caught it. Caleb scores it. And there's time, you know. Fair enough, says Hypersonic. Yep. I think he's probably not in the wrong. And maybe they might just turn this around. 18 seconds to score a winner. They could be onto something here. A double commit on the kickoff. A demo from Hunter, but Caleb's going to have to backtrack. And he's going to collect the boost. Goes past one. Has the pass out to Kaka. It's not that good. And Kaka tries to center it. Hunter will be there. He'll keep it alive at 0. Towards Kaka, denied. Double commit, still alive. And Hunter centers it. Is anyone there? It's Caleb. It's dunked down. And it's a Game 4. I just don't know how to say it at this point. I have asked what the others think amongst the team. We'll see what they have to say about the question. There's Hunter's thoughts. So, hang on. Let me just confirm. It was 73% in favor of 6 times, right? Well, that's Hunter scoring 1. I'm right. That's right. It was 73% in chat's favor of 6 times. So I'm wondering where the disagreement's coming from the team, because I feel like that means Caleb's going the other way, right? Caleb's the one saying 6 times. Because how are they... Apparently, Lev will score 1, apparently. You get Dizzy going down the super slide. But apparently, if they're in a debate, which is what they've said, they were debating the topic, someone has to disagree, because otherwise, I'm concerned about the ability to articulate thoughts from the Bulldogs if they all agreed on this point and still managed to debate about it. That's a nice play. Hunter found Kaka. Caleb found nothing but the graveyard. Is forward. Hunter backwards to Caleb, and he goes past it. Kaka with a challenge on Viz. They're thinking with the wrong head. I shouldn't have read that out loud. I just didn't realize. I'm not thinking right now. I'm kind of confused by what's happening in game, and I'm confused by what's happening in chat and in game chat. I'm very confused about everything that's happening right now. By the way, I'm 1 follower away from 2,300. So if you want to be my 2,300th follower, which is a very important thing on Twitch, because it's currently the goal, that's why it's a very important thing, click the follow button. Hunter. Reset. Unfollowing right now. That's it. You're not modding anymore. Chance by Kaka. Viz forward. You wouldn't unfollow me. You love me. That's a shot across. Caleb will take this out to the sidewall. 50 in the tank. Pops up by 1. We'll find a play underneath. Just getting a touch there was Viz. And now Hypersonic to the sidewall. Hunter finds Caleb. Caleb can only find Viz. Kaka went past it. Lev, that's awkward sort of stuff, and Caleb will find the dunk. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Kaka, quick ball in field again. Hypersonic clears. That's speedy, but no connection found. As Hypersonic keeps the pressure in. Might even find a shot here. Reset, kept going. Hunter gets behind it. The Bulldogs are doing some interesting plays right now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not too sure what they're doing. Are they taking to us... Are they happy with the game 5? I don't know what's going on. Caleb to the back wall. Pops by 1. Hypersonic. Now Kaka slowing it down. Hypersonic again around the corner. Infield towards Viz. He's got an open net. But it wasn't open for long enough. As Lev delays the first time. Tries to get a bump on the second. And Caleb finds some reprieve for the Bulldogs. That's an awkward touch backwards. Hunter finds Kaka. He's got 12 boost in the tank. Went past it. Looks to get the dunk here on Hypersonic, but he's controlled it out to the width well and gets a decent infield. It only found a Bulldog. Kaka, corner double. Wants to get the doink there. Finds a pass off to Hunter. Has 2 defenders. He's tried to fake both of them. And Kaka beat him to the save. He couldn't get the shot away with enough power in time. And the Bulldogs still searching for that equalizer. Lev with a shot. Caleb getting behind it. That was a weird noise. Thank you, Rocket League. Kaka wants to find a bump here. Viz was awkward. It's going to be Caleb. Has time to pick a shot, and he still manages to hit the woodwork. Goes again. Hunter. He has just flown past that one, Caleb. Kaka reset. Tried to fake low. Lev with another save. A couple to his tally now. That demo might open things up. Hypersonic! 3-1. Last Dance might have found a Game 5 in the Bulldogs. They couldn't be going back. They couldn't be going back to well, somewhat, in quotation marks, Champions Field again, could they? Lev might dunk that down. He doesn't. Hypersonic will take a shot. Hunter saves. That 350 guy, you are my 2,300th follower. Congratulations. I love you. We ain't doing this again, right? Chat, I think we might be doing this again. Kaka, touch forward. Unless they find some magic in the final 30, which I don't think they're going to do. Hypersonic with a demo might get the shot. Caleb forces that wide of the mark. Kaka will look to get there, but he runs into Hunter. Hunter has boost on the backcourt to play with. Wants to take this one low past Viz. Takes a touch past the second, and it's a 1v1. Hunter fakes. It's the back wall. Kaka can't do too much with it. Caleb will keep it inbound. Pops over one. Center ball not able to be found. That's a pass. Hunter, drop down Kaka. 4 seconds to find an equalizer. And I don't know about you, chat, but 4 seconds, 3-2. It's reminiscent of a little something back in Season 5. Can the Bulldogs find a just-in moment? Caleb backwall. Hunter pops it center, and it's down again. How many times are they going to set up a 0-second goal without scoring it? We're going to another Game 5. This is not what I wanted. I've already done football commentary today. I want to go to bed. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really. But, I want to relax. And this is anything but relaxing right now because the Bulldogs, the reigning champions of OCE, have gone to, no offense to the teams they're playing, 2 Game 5s. When they really shouldn't be going to Game 5s with these teams. Good job to them. But the Bulldogs, can we do something, please? Hunter, well, that is something. He gets a flick away. It's 1-0. And it's 2-0. Caleb. Very quickly. Gus OCE with the TSM logo. That's good from you. Kaka couldn't hit that one. Caleb will. Looks to get back around it. Somehow. Forced off the line and away. Hunter into the corner. Well, Caleb's a bit awkward there. Hunter finds an angle. Hypersonic with the save now. Caleb made the swap over to the Octane here. Looks to slow it down. Couldn't find the reset. Double from Kaka towards the net. Going to be in front of the line. Viz works it away now. Hypersonic. Kaka bumps Caleb out of the way. Hunter got the pop when he needed to. Sticks to the play. Caleb will try to send this one into the midfield, which he does. Now Hunter up 3-0. Surely. No, what a save from Hypersonic. Caleb in the corner now turns. Kaka. Caleb and Hunter. Just a moment of confusion. And Caleb breaks the other way. Lev is going to put a challenge on that one. Down towards Kaka. He sets up a back wall for Hunter. Well, he sets up a back wall for Caleb. And Lev makes the stop. Back wall again. Double. That is crispy sort of stuff. And it's 3-0 to the Bulldogs. What a play from Kaka. Speaking of crispy sort of stuff, tune into my NA Teamstream tomorrow morning as Caleb gets another. And, well, they're starting to run away with what should have been a 3-0 series. They're starting to score all their goals in Game 5. which is, you know, something they've already done today, it seems. They've enjoyed denying the reverse sweep today so far. Although there's 3 minutes, I'm not going to say it's completely out of the realms of possibility, but the Bulldogs looking as though they've locked in for Game 5 again. Here's Karkar, center ball. Hunter takes on a shot, denied by Lev to the corner. Followed in here, Karkar, slow down play, and he finds the dish to make it 5. And this is a dominant display in the 5th from the Bulldogs, which they've scored 5 goals in each Game 5 they've gone to today. I suppose in a way that is fitting. Caleb, reset, double. It would have been clean, but Lev with another save. He's made a few across this series. Hypersonic infield. Half the game gone. If you're the coach of this team, you're just getting a quick word in saying, hey, if they can score 5.5 a game, so can we. But it might be a different story when they get 6, which they couldn't do so there. Hunter. Not quite. Caleb. Yeah, that's awkward stuff in front of the net, isn't it? That's a play back from Karkar towards Caleb. Who's coach for Last Dance? I've got no idea, to be honest. I don't know if they have a coach. I was just saying, if I was the coach of them, I'd be getting in the ear saying, hey, they scored 5, so can we. Despite the fact that the reigning champions of OCE, of course. Bring back physicists. That's a point. Caleb, reset. That's past 1. Hypersonic will play that to the corner now. Caleb and Hunter both commit. Minute 30 as Hunter takes it all the way back to his own back wall. And Lev goes, yeah, guys, I've got the clearance for you. It's an interesting game that we're seeing right now. Karkar with the flick on. Wanted to get some elevation to that one. Caleb was looking to track it down. Couldn't do so. Karkar from the sidewall again. And Hunter had already jumped. Finds a pop-up. Caleb will challenge. Half backed out of that one. Still works out. Hunter with the skim. 6-0. A 3-way battle for Paris. Such a fun last qual for OCE. Absolutely. I cannot wait for next weekend. I also cannot wait for Paris. I mean, that's going to be pretty good. Hunter. Caleb towards the ceiling. He's got so much power on that touch, and he's trying to find a pass off Karkar. Couldn't contort himself around the ball. Viz towards his own net. I think we know what's going to happen here in the remaining 30, so I think both sides happy with the scoreline as is, although maybe for Last Dance they could get one for the board. They wouldn't mind scoring again just to have that to their names, although the 6 on the other side doesn't look too good. But a Game 5 against the reigning champs. Two teams today will be coming away going, well, we took the Bulldogs to Game 5, so that's something to be happy with. And it looks as though Karkar has just taken up residence in the Last Dance net, as Hunter's taken up residence in their own net. I feel like, yeah, we're just seeing one player in each position at the moment. Caleb goes, I'm going to play midfield real quick, guys. Let's let this one drop on down, which they do. And the Bulldogs, in Game 5, score 6. Winnable for Last Dance. Do we think that's the case? Do we think it's winnable for them? Me personally. Chat, I'm going to get what's Caleb's thoughts. Might be Abyssal versus Bulldogs. It's a possibility. Jeez, that's 10 minutes we won't get back. Yeah, don't blame me, though. You know what I mean? That's not my fault. It's not mine. Evidently, I was wrong. You're wrong about what? What were you wrong about? Did you see the Bogan series? Bro, I've just finished my series. How was I going to see any other series? Blimey. The fact that it was winnable? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it wasn't. Do we have any series ongoing? Like, I assume not, right? I assume, yeah, we're the last one in our group to still go. So that's closing that one out. I've been messaged. I've got to check something. That's fine. I think. Have we got the... We don't have the bracket yet. We'll take a moment here. Have we got... Have Pool 1 completed theirs yet? No. They were up 3-0 with like 40 seconds left and lost in regulation. Like in game 5 or like what? At what point? Chat, appreciate you hanging out with me as well. Thanks for the follows. We have broken that 2,300 mark, which means I guess I've got to set up my goal for 2,400. So that's fun. Appreciate you all hanging out. Match will be up soon. Aye, Captain. It was game 5. They lost 40 seconds. Who do they play? Who was it against? Bogans, where are they? GG Gaming Game. I do know the roster, but I can't think of them off the top of my head because we mentioned them. I think we mentioned them on Mainstream. Who was a big Rooster Chub. Oh, it's technically Heartless? What's going on with them? What, are they not Heartless anymore? Oh, have I got thoughts? Caleb says, and chat, for those that don't have context, don't ask for context if you don't know the context. But for those with context, Caleb has said 0.25 times. Thing too big already. So, you know. Dropped Heartless? Wait, as in the team dropped the org? I think I know the situation. I do think I know the situation, but back-to-back game 5's what's been going on. The boys are just not locked in. I'm going to be honest with you. They've been locked into the wrong things. Big W's for Caleb on that. I don't enjoy this type of conversation on my team streams, I'm going to be honest, but it's where we are. So, it's interesting. It's where we find ourselves. I think you're requiring some context there, Cornet. Caleb has no proof. Yeah. I don't think this isn't my stream playlist anymore. My team stream playlist anymore. Let's go back. Let's go back to the other one. Go back to the one that we're looking for. Have we got our bracket yet? Pool 2, round 3. We are up against, wouldn't you know it, Team Abyssal. Which I'm not shocked about. It was either them or no car, pretty much, and, you know. Should be watching our team stream, but I'm gonna stay here. Do you have a logo for me? Can you DM me a logo, like a transparent background one? Team Abyssal. I don't have a logo real quick, so I'm just gonna have to chuck a default logo over it while I wait. Yep, send it my way, please. Also, who's your team streamer? I feel bad for your team streamer if you're sticking around here. I'm waiting on that DM. I need this. Okay, that's pretty quick. Good job. That's pretty good from you. Oh, it might not work. Hold up. Oh, I've got to save image. This is so much effort. Hold up. Hold up. Save. Okay, we're done. There we go. It's sorted. Thank you. That's so much effort. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I couldn't just copy and paste it. I had to download the image first, which is absolutely ridiculous if you ask me. But this is a big matchup in this one. I mean, not really. It is round 3, so technically the high round 3 is Hunter scores the first. But it is round 3, so it's not, you know, be all end all, but I would much rather the boys get the job done here so I can be out of here, to be honest with you. I'm ready for a nap. I don't know about the rest of you, but thank you for sending the logo. It's a good logo, to be fair. I do like it. It's not a bad one. It does give me Kraken esports vibes of back in the day. That was a fun org back then. I miss those times, like 2018 OC Rocket League. I was all ready for a nap, but got yelled at. That's because you wanted to go for a nap at 5. Double from Caleb in front of net. Zombie. Scorch with the touch there. I mean, we haven't seen the highest of levels here from Abyssal. Now, George, you might be able to give me some info here. Well, hold up. Caleb, can he find the angle? Of course Caleb can find the angle. 2-0. You might be able to give me some context here about Abyssal, because Luna said this is the first time this split he's played without a sub. Is that it, as in he hasn't been playing, a sub's been playing, or a sub has been playing and, like, Luna's been on the team, but he's been playing with a sub? Like, is it Luna actually playing for the first time this split? Scorchy gets one back. Or is it Luna playing for the first time this split? Or is it his first time without a sub? That's the question. There you go. That's a long way to ask a question, but we get there. Nest has been playing a fair bit, but in place of who? So Qual 1 it was Zombie out, Qual 2 it was Luna out. Gotcha. That's unfortunate. Would like to see more from this roster. You'd expect them to be fighting for that top 8. Maybe with the full roster it can be possible. Was it expected? Like, was it known? Or was it, like, before the split happened, did they know that they were going to miss one each? That's almost a tight angle from Scorch. Kaka hits on the break. Luna with the save. Scorchy. Touch forward. Caleb now finds the corner ball. Finds a reset. Doesn't use it. Just takes the challenge. Kaka to the ceiling. Also, it's very weird. Hold up. Hunter. Flip reset double wasn't found. Caleb will play that back. Zombie will chase it. But for some reason, Dog isn't censored for Caleb and Hunter, but it is for Kaka. I don't know what's going on there. What was the Bulldogs seeding? I assume first. Or like first or second, depending on who gets seeded higher out of them in power. I'm not sure. Second. Is there an Ollie here? Yeah, Ollie's here. Can you tell me why Bulldogs are seeded second, not first? What, their points? They are tied on points. That's overall points, second tie break. Wait. What's the tiebreaker though? Hunter reset, trying to go low. Scorchy to the corner. What's up, Smarks? Points for the season, not the split. Oh. Gotcha. So yeah. One is Paris points. Yeah. Gotcha. Cool. Makes sense. Thanks for the info. Kaka plays that one across. It's going to be Luna to the corner. 60 in the tank. Caleb drops down. Crossbar hit. We see that so often from this Bulldog side. I mean, the amount of shots they have, of course we're going to hit the crossbar a couple of times. And the post a couple of times. But it'd be nice to... I mean, if this team is the team to go over to Paris, hitting their shots more often than not is probably going to help them over there. I'm going to be honest. 3 is average results or something. I don't go that far. Okay, fair. That's a good shot. And it's not going to be denied. Zombie equalizes the game. 30 seconds remaining. Sorry if you can hear like a scratchiness in my voice and if I'm coughing and stuff. I think being at a dusty football ground today has I think I've got some dust in my eyes and in the back of my throat as well. Would be cool if the Bulldogs go to Worlds. I mean, yeah. I'd just rather see him go to Paris. I don't, you know, I think it'd be sick to. I mean, the Twitter post of me with the Bulldogs boys goes triple platinum. I'm gonna be honest. The mean of each starting player's main final placement is that awarded prizing in the last 3 opens where a player. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. I read pretty much all of it, but I'm not reading all that, G. Zombie and Scorch played with Keckles, didn't they? When? As I said, average results or something. Yeah, that'll do. Caleb reset. Wants to drop down on this one. Left it, Hunter! In overtime. Gives the Bulldogs the go-ahead in the series. And it didn't take long in the overtime, but you've seen today already. Once you go to OT, the Bulldogs are able to find their goal very quick, and they've done so there. And the Bulldogs, are we going to a Game 5 this time? I honestly, I'd rather not go to a Game 5 again. I'm going to be honest. So that would be great. Also, this is a question that probably no one's going to know the answer to. So it's more so a statement of, I hope it's a thing. But do we know if there's going to be a Paris attendee tag? Because that would be great. I'd like that. They did one for Boston. There will be. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Hunter. Looking to get us off to a great start. Caleb. A little bit awkward. Scorching to the sidewall. That'll have me covered until I get an RLCS analyst tag, I suppose. Zombie to the back wall. Drop down. Shot from Luna. 1-0. Abyss will take the lead quickly in game 2. Paris attendee. Yeah. What did it be like? Paris major attendee, right? That'd be how it goes. Scorchy to the ceiling. Kaka takes a play down the line. Zombie on the back wall here. It's going to be Hunter just to get a couple of resets to find some clear space. Now he finds the pass off towards Kaka. Kaka to the sidewall. Zombie got a piece of it. Caleb with low boost around the corner. Hunter flicks past one. Couldn't get back to the second, so it's the Bulldogs all the way back. Kaka with boost in tank. Wants to take the challenge over the top. Got past one. 50 on the second. Caleb steps by. Now Hunter from the sidewall. Ceiling pinch. Kaka is up and the shot set wide of the mark. Just enough pressure being put on at the moment from the Bulldogs, not forcing the issue. Hunter. Kaka on the back line. Half a tank to use. Trying to conserve as much as possible. It's an awkward one in the corner. Zombie across the Scorchy. And Abyss will extend the margin. It's a very awkward play in the corner from the reigning champions. What's with the usernames constantly changing? The only one that will be changing is Kaka with Skyron or whatever. That'll change because I have him nicknamed on Steam. Caleb flipped forward. Luna with the save. And Scorchy couldn't get the clearance. Hunter across. Dangerous position again. Caleb will just play his time here. Eventually commits and might have chosen the wrong time too. Kaka got back. Hunter got boost. The shot sent wide. But Scorchy tried to keep it inbound. Didn't get the touch as Luna should be able to find the pass out. Caleb, ex-teammate, able to cut it out for the Bulldogs. Kaka takes it high, drop down, and well, we saw Hunter go too far past it. Caleb's shot! Was that saved by a defender or by Hunter? I don't know. Luna. Again, trying to find that full field ball out towards Scorchy this time. It makes his way. Out to him. Kaka double triple in the corner. Luna infield again, trying to string the passes together for Abyssal. And Caleb finds a chance. Don't have to give him too much space to work with, but that was not enough space. Luna drop down center ball. Pinch up high. Scorchy leaves it. Kaka will take over with a reset. Takes it low. And that's awkward. Hunter denied by a zombie. And Caleb puts the pressure on, but you can see there Scorchy with low boost, just trying to take as much time out of it, take as much sting out of the offense as possible. Now launches a counter. Reset one time. Couldn't get back to it. Kaka will get by Luna. Wants to take a dunk. Instead, left it. Hunter, sidewall skim. Wanted to play it to himself. Won't be able to do so. Scorchy put too much on the go. As Caleb slows it down. Kaka. Hunter. That's great speed from Caleb, trying to catch the defense off, but positioning was fine. Crossbar hit by Hunter. Kaka. Perfect placement from him. 2-1, minute 6 remaining. And again, a massive ding off the crossbar. Here's Zombie on the back wall. Tried to take a reset. Don't think he got it. Caleb will find something. Kaka putting the pressure on now. In front. Hit the crossbar. Again, the Bulldogs. That really is their problem. Hunter. Back wall. Followed in. Caleb couldn't get his car around it. Hunter will keep it in. Kaka to the sidewall. Got a reset to position himself. Didn't make too much of it. Hunter. Ground pinch. Couldn't find the power. Caleb around the corner. Wants to find the speed. Good touch, but Luna the first to it. Now Hunter. Zombie gets bumped open momentarily, but Luna gets back in. Puts a hand up. Kaka, that is a delayed flick. It was almost perfection. It's a good bump, and they are circling the Bulldogs, and they cannot break through. Hunter with boost. Caleb with boost. Wants to go the full length here. They'll have to keep it up. Caleb to Kaka. Great offload, but a good challenge. Drops it down. We're tied up 1-1. Woof. We have had some long series today, and I'm not expecting it to be any different in this one. I'm going to be completely honest with you, chat. This is feeling like it could be one of those days where everything seems to go to 5. Right now, that's certainly the case. Luna putting in some insane work in the last 30 seconds. You might be right. I mean, actually, the gameplay from Luna was pretty entertaining in that one, in terms of just the way he's trying to string the passes together. It's pretty impressive stuff, but so far, it hasn't really come off on too many occasions. But you can see how selfless he's being out there at the moment, really allowing his team to make those plays. That's dangerous across the net from Kaka. Sent out wide from Hunter. Kaka won't get back to that one. Well, he does in the end eventually. And also collects the 100. So he'll turn on the play. He's so good in these controlled areas. Caleb forces it in. 1-0. Took a couple of bounces and touches in front of net. And forces it home, 1-0. Bulldogs with an early lead. Zombie past 1. Flicks towards Scorchy. And Caleb will find the back wall where Kaka can take over. Finds a reset, keeps on going. It's a brilliant play. Luna put a bump on Kaka that added some extra power. And Kaka will go again. He's taking over this lobby right now, Kaka. Everything that seems to be good for the Bulldogs seems to be thanks to Kaka. Now it's Hunter's chance. Past Scorchy. Wants to get back. Trying to find a back wall play. Luna almost spun out. on the crossbar. Scorchy towards net. Hunter backwall, drop down again. Caleb to the corner. Kaka. A momentary lapse of communication, it felt like that. It's not quite on the same wavelength, the Bulldogs. They have a week to sort that out for the main event. Zombie. That's an awkward one. Kaka putting the pressure on Scorchy. I mean, he had to get the touch and he did well. Found the space where no one from the Bulldogs was pushing. Hunter eventually closed down that gap. Or Scorchy into an awkward save, and Caleb should be doing better there. Absolutely should be. Hunter couldn't force the 50. Scorchy down line. Caleb takes over. Wants to find the play off. Takes a challenge down low. Luna gets bumped. Hunter. That is almost a backwards double tap. I don't know how he's managed to do something like that. The setup and the drop down almost seemingly in reverse. Luna. Caleb takes over. Scorchy and Zombie. Now to the corner again for Kaka. Half the game gone, 1-0. The scoreline right now favoring the Bulldogs as they look to set themselves up onto series point and GSL point. Hunter had time to maneuver himself in the air. Caleb, that is brilliant. What a pass! And Kaka makes it 2 for the Bulldogs. But this is fantastic. Caleb, I mean, he's been so good all season from those positions, and he does it again. What pro players have you met IRL? Whoever's been to PAX, to be honest. The ones that I've actually interacted with would have been like Amphis Viva Torsos. Spoke to Rez a bit at one of the PAXs. Spoke to Fiber a bit at one of the PAXs. That's about it. 3-0 to Kaka. Would have been a lot of other players as well, but not ones that I properly interacted with, and I'm probably missing people there as well. Spoke to Jimmer a bit. But that's, yeah, I don't think there's certainly more than that, but yeah. It's not something off the top of my mind. What about CJ? I have not met CJ in real life, no. Zombie drops that one in. Oh, makes it a more interesting game. 3-1. I don't know if CJ's been to PAX since there was the LAN qualifying PAX event. I don't know if he was in the finals for that or not. But I don't think CJ's been to PAX when I've been there. Actually, I've met Walcott as well. Not really playing nowadays, but did meet him when he was playing. Luna. Putting the pressure on. Trying to force something in the final minute 20 here for Abyssal. Zombie got demoed. Scorchy wants to find some relief with the pass, but couldn't connect with Luna. Kaka around the corner. Here is Luna. Infield towards Scorchy. Cut out well by Hunter. Just a minute remains. That's a very quick jump. And Kaka, again, just not quite shooting below the crossbar. Scorchy might set himself up for a nice double. Couldn't direct it goalward. And, well, that makes things certainly interesting for the remaining 44 seconds. I didn't see that. I looked away momentarily. Hunter's almost scored a ridiculous own goal and given them an opportunity here to make something happen in the final 44. Around the corner, can Zombie find an equalizer? Or can he set up one? Kaka. That was launched towards Caleb. Luna was the first to react. Zombie in the corner fakes it. Now Luna. Pushed across the half. It's Zombie with a shot. Easy enough for Caleb, but did force 2 to commit. Not the most firm defense right now from the Bulldogs as Luna goes past through the corner. Couldn't get by Caleb. He'll find a reset. 10 seconds remaining. Zombie with a chance to take the shot. Crossbar down, out. Any follow-ups? No, no one was there. Scorchy now commits, and it might drop down dangerously as Kaka finds the corner, and Caleb finds the ground. An awkward moment in the back line for the Bulldogs, but they get across the line in a important match to put them on, well, day point. They win this, they confirm themselves a spot in the GSL. It's all right, Bulldogs don't win Game 4s. The same could have been said previously about Game 3s, but they've won a Game 3 in this series, so... you know, that might be changing. I guess there's something going wrong with the game. Okay. I'm guessing Hunter. Now this is. I'm guessing Hunter had. Was it Hunter? I can't remember. There was an issue with Hunter. I think it was Hunter that had the thing where his controller didn't air roll. Was that the last event for the GSL? I think that was it, right? I'm not sure. I think it was Hunter that couldn't air roll. I wonder if that was the problem there. Luna. Caleb. That's a nice flick, and Zombie was last on defense. Missed by Caleb, but not missed by Hunter. A quick turnaround. And just enough on that flick from Caleb. Not enough on that shot from Caleb. But they make it work out. Caleb by one. Kaka pushes on. Challenged by Zombie. Out towards Luna. He's got low in the tank. He's trying to turn provider again. Zombie, that's creative. Almost linking with Luna. Not quite, though. They'll keep the pressure on here, Team Abyssal. Out towards Luna. Center ball, that's quick. It's a double commit from the Bulldogs, but it works out. As Caleb now has a chance with a reset. Taking the shot. It's an own goal! Oh, no! Oh, no! Well, what's that, 4 for the day on the Swiss stage stream for me? Zombie with a shot, Caleb across 2 tonight. It's such an unfortunate own goal as well, because, I mean, he can't really do too much about it. It reminds me in football about those sort of, the own goals that takes a deflection on the way through from a defender, rather than really putting it in their own net. It's more so the deflected. Very similar to that play there. And that's 3-0. And it's all falling apart for Abyssal. And Neb, I'm not too sure. I've been really held up with editing at the moment. So I'm not too sure. I still need to edit the first episode. It's pretty much done. Good save from Kaka. But yeah, I think it's a work in progress, but I'm not too sure. So keep submitting your clips. We will get there. Luna. Hunter drops down, takes a 50. Luna on the back wall. I'm like 10 minutes late to the conversation, but I think the only pro I've spoken to for more than 10 seconds is Luna. I don't know if I've actually spoken to Luna. I probably have. But I can't think of it happening, to be honest. 3-1. Were you at scrims last year? Nah, I didn't go to PAX last year. Kaka. Half a tank. Slows it down. Good flick. Good chance. And Hunter, well, he'll get the assist. Caleb hammers it home 4-1. But Hunter doing the dirty work there with the bump, trying to get the redirect past Luna. Luna did very good. Wait, have I even met you IRL or am I tripping? I don't know if I've met you. I can't be on. I don't know. I cannot picture what you look like, so I don't think we've met. I went to PAX in 2023, 2019, and something else. Another year. Maybe 2022, 2023, and 2019. But I don't know who I met in all those times. It's kind of a blur, to be honest. Kaka to his own back wall. Found the double out. Hunter, infield, Zombie takes over. That's a light touch. Finds a reset, open net. Okay, it's put in the net. And we're not going to talk about that from Zombie. We're not going to speak about that. Hit out with Bass the whole time. I can't remember seeing Bass in 2023 because I didn't go to the RLO go-kart thing. I would have liked to, but I had a org dinner that night. Yes, we skip replays. I do. Your team streamer hasn't been. Is Rockley going to be at PAX this year? No idea. If it is, I may have to invest, although I'm really not enjoying the idea of spending even more money on troops this year, to be honest. Hunter. Found a demo. Scorchy on the back wall. Finds a Musty. Luna. Across. Caleb just patiently waiting for the boost there. Not in any real hurry to get back. He's back in time to deny that chance. Scorchy sent it wide. I'll see you in Paris if someone pays for my flights and accommodation. Good luck with that one, boss. Hunter. Pops it up. Couldn't quite find the bump on Luna. It would be very Bulldogs to have the only series of their day that doesn't go to 5 be against Team Abyssal here. Caleb with a musty. It's controlled, but he got bumped, so he lost the control. Hunter back to the corner. Caleb again, greeting for that boost. Hunter with 30 seconds remaining. Looks to take the reset over one. Takes a shot direct again. And Luna with a save, but it's not going to be enough here for Team Abyssal. They put up a decent fight, but it's not enough against the Bulldogs. They've taken it to another level in this series. We still haven't seen the best of the Bulldogs. There's plenty more to come next weekend from the reigning champions. But we're yet to see a team back up after winning an event in OCE. For the Bulldogs, it's a requirement if they want to book a ticket at the Paris Major. But for now, they've done their job on the Sunday before the main event. That brings us to a close on the Bulldogs team stream. And who shall I raid off to? I appreciate everyone hanging out. I hope you had a great time here. We might raid into APAC, to be honest with you. But I do appreciate everyone hanging out. I hope you enjoyed. And if you missed it as well, we will be doing the Strictly Business team stream tomorrow, so tune in for that one. That's going to be a huge one as NA kick off their Open 6 as well with the Swiss stage. Make sure to jump in the raid. Go check out some Rocket League APAC as they head into their final day of Open 5. I appreciate you all hanging out. Hope you had a great time. Make sure to check in with us next time as well, as we will be back for Friday, or we might not be. We'll see what happens. I should be back for next Friday. Jump in the raid. Appreciate you all hanging out, and I'll see you next time.